I told you me and my sister look just alike.
I think that's the one that is my theft. Was she alone?
Yes.
Welcome back to Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today we have a good one, guys. Today's case centers around a 32-year-old woman named Kahdijah, who was detained outside a Lululemon store in Lake County, Illinois. What started as a routine identity check quickly snowballed into a full-blown legal confrontation. Each answer raised more questions, and what seemed minor at first became the beginning of multiple charges, including resisting arrest and providing false identification. Kahdijah says they've got the wrong woman. The police say they've seen her before. With that, let's jump in.
Could you tell me your name, ma'am?
Shekya, Shekya. What's the problem?
All right, I gotta see your driver's license.
Why?
Driver's license. Because we have to. We're conducting an investigation.
Investigation on what?
Why are you freaking out?
Because y'all just rushed in the store on me like I was doing something wrong with something.
Don't close the door.
Don't close the door.
Don't close the door.
Okay.
You hit me. That's battery of peace officer. Step out.
I'm not.
Okay.
Just grab your purse. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, ma'am. I'm not going to ask you again.
Okay.
Step out.
Okay.
Step out of the car.
Actually, can you check? Can I check it now?
Give me the car keys.
Huh?
You're going to give me the car keys. You're not getting back in the vehicle.
Okay. Can you check it on? There you go.
That's security tag. Listen. You're just starting out. We know who you are already.
Can you tell me your full name?
Shekya.
It's okay. Listen, ma'am. I just need you to relax. Okay?
I'm just putting on my pants.
I understand.
Know that.
Listen. I'm just going to run this, okay? We've gotten a lot of complaints from this store about thefts, okay? The vehicle matches the description of the vehicle that's been constantly robbing this place, okay?
Robbing?
Yes, ma'am. Listen.
That's
There's
fine.
a couple things we have to verify first. Do you understand?
That's
all right? All right, so I just need you to take a deep breath.
Okay,
Calm down. Let me run this. I'll verify that it's you, and then we'll kind of go from there, okay?
Can I go back and pay for my stuff?
Just wait 1 second. Ma'am, if nothing comes out of this, you're free to go on your way. All right, I just need you to calm down, okay? Why are you parked in a handicap spot?
I don't know. I just parked.
What?
I just parked. I didn't even think.
You didn't think?
No.
You got any other kind of identification on you by chance?
No.
No, this is it? Because you understand this is an identification card, right? Saying a driver's license.
It's identification card. Am I able to open the door?
10, so give us 20.
Am I
Just
able
hold it. Just.
so I can get my other ID?
Ma'am, we have to kind of ask you these questions first, okay? Because there's a lot of implications to what can and cannot happen, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's why we have to run our course and why we approach you in the manner that we did, okay?
Okay.
All right? This is an identification card. This isn't a driver's license. You're aware of that, right?
Yeah.
You understand that it's an ID card, not a driver's license. And you drove here.
Yes.
Okay, you understand how none of this is making sense to us? You don't have a driver's license. You drove here. You parked in the handicap spot.
I apologize.
I mean, it's not something to apologize. We're just trying to understand the train of thought. You understand what I'm saying?
I was just trying to go in and out, and because I just my outfits for my trip. That's it. I should have just ordered them. That's what I should have did.
Okay, well, I'm letting you know right now. At the moment, you're detained. Okay, you're not free to go.
Okay.
Right? I need you to understand that.
Okay.
Okay. Because if you had decided to start the vehicle and drive off,
Why would I drive off if y'all right here? I wasn't gonna drive.
Because you were
off.
trying to get into the vehicle. You know what I mean?
You asked me to get my ID.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But you don't have to sit inside the vehicle for that. You
Right.
know what I mean?
I wasn't gonna.
It's okay. Just give us a second. All right.
But what am I being detained for?
Because we have an ongoing active investigation regarding the Lululemon, this vehicle that matches the exact same description. Right?
But is it the exact same? Like
It's the vehicle.
it's the
It's
vehicle.
the vehicle in question.
Okay.
Okay, but this not my vehicle. This is my. Okay.
I understand that.
Can y'all grab my phone for me so I could call somebody then?
Just give us a second.
Okay.
Okay.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
Right. 32.
32?
I'm not trying to be like, can I sit down?
You can have a seat on the curb if you would like. Yeah.
Wait,
Absolutely.
so wait, you can't sit down then, right?
Huh?
Since you had that procedure done, can you sit down?
Yeah, I could sit down, but like on like some soft.
I just didn't know if you can, that's why.
Huh?
I didn't know if you can because you told me the procedure got done.
Yeah, but like how I sit is, I don't want to show you.
Mike, are you going to be good out here? Can I go back in the store?
Yeah, and then you want to...
Yeah. Ma'am.
What you got?
So.
They talking about I'm being detained.
Yeah, that's right.
They doing the investigation. Yeah, they talking about
Are you okay? You're like bending over. I want to make sure you're okay.
Yo, yeah, that's definitely her. We got her.
what is the investigation for?
1 second.
What is the investigation for?
It's for retail theft.
He talking about police.
Good.
She wants to go to the hospital? Ma'am, could you tell me your phone number? Because they want to just verify that it's you and not somebody else.
I got a new phone.
You got a new phone? Okay.
New phone number.
Did you get that phone call?
Yeah.
All right. Just got to verify. That's all.
That what?
That the phone comes back to you. You're not lying to us.
Nancy, all about a phone.
There's a lot going on. That's why we're trying to make sure it's not you.
So I just wanna. I'm not going nowhere. I promise you.
Yeah, it's a positive idea. Okay, it's a positive idea. I'm going to detain her right now.
Detain her, and then we're going to call rescue.
Waiting. And then we'll go from there. Ma'am, I need you to step over here, please. I need you to step over here.
I'm going to call rescue for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just put this in here.
I'm going to call rescue. That way they can... I don't want...
I'm sorry.
You're fine?
I'm saying to him, he looking like.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're detained at this moment. I want you to understand that.
You already told me that. I was fully aware of that.
Well, like handcuffed detained.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead and stand up.
Stand up.
Okay, I'm about
I'm not going to ask again.
Yeah, come on.
Why you
Stand up.
Wait, I'm going to call rescue. They're going to figure that out. We're going to work with you on that. Why don't you stand up?
Okay, you see how it's coming out.
Okay, stand up. and
Stand
I'll
up,
get rescue
ma'am.
over.
I'm not going to ask again.
Okay.
Turn around.
Okay.
Okay, can I put this back?
Face him. Face him.
Okay.
Turn around right now.
Face me.
I'm facing you.
Back a little bit so I can shut the door.
No, you're not doing this. You're not doing this. Mike, grab her. No.
Come on.
You gotta pull him.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Some unknown medical reason. She just...
Hey! That's
Get
it.
up.
Hey,
You cannot do
listen.
that.
Hey,
Get up.
you've been cool with me, right?
Yes.
Then continue that. Turn
Okay,
over.
okay.
Turn over.
I'm finna get up.
Turn over.
Can you help me up?
Turn over.
Okay, can you help
Listen,
me
I'm
up?
telling you,
Turn
it's gonna
over.
hurt a lot more if you turn over. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
you-
lot easier for you if you just sit up. I'll have you sit down here, but you are detained, okay?
Okay, but
Hey, you've been cool with me, right?
Listen, can I pour this
Okay.
up? Listen,
Yeah.
listen. You can look
You'll
right.
pull that up?
Yes, I'm just.
We're not
trying to look it up.
Just pull that up.
I'm talking about this.
Pull this up.
Listen, okay.
Pull that up.
You see?
Okay, pull this back
Okay.
up. Pull that back up. You've been cool with me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Let's
him.
continue
He acting
that.
crazy.
Just continue that. Pull your pants up.
Okay.
Pull your pants up.
My pants.
Yes. Pull
Okay.
it up. Listen, I'm not. This is not. You're not making it easy for yourself. You're really not. You're really not.
We know who you are, ma'am.
So,
What are you talking about?
Come here. Give me your hand.
You have multiple
Are you
Okay.
able to
thefts
sit
that
up?
you've
You able to
committed.
sit up?
Yes.
Stay there.
Can I sit up?
Stay there.
Can I sit up for a second?
Put your hands behind your back. I'm not gonna ask you again. You've been cool with me, right?
Yes.
Then continue that. Continue that way, right?
Yep. Can I pull my
Did-
pants up?
I told you to pull it off before.
They-
Did I not?
Can I get up? Can you pull me?
Okay, hold on. Wait till.
Pull me up and
Yeah,
then push
he's
me
gonna
up.
put that up. All right, he's gonna hook your other one.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Give me your hand.
Don't a woman
Listen,
supposed
listen,
to be doing
No.
this?
that's not how this
no,
works.
No, you're getting. Hey, don't.
Do not resist.
Do not resist right
Do
now.
not
You've
resist
been cool with
arrest.
me, right?
Yes, but I don't.
Do not
Can you-
resist
Can you
arrest.
put the cuffs on me? 'Cause
I'm trying to.
please,
I'm trying
Can
to.
you come and put the cuffs
Yes,
on me?
listen.
He's not going to do that.
Hey,
That's not how this
I'm
works.
trying to. You're not letting me give you your hand. You're not letting me get your hand. So
Can you please put
let
the
this
cuffs on
let this
me?
go. I'm trying to. But
I'm
right
talking
here.
about you.
I know. That's why I'm grabbing your hand.
Okay, huh? Here you go.
So let's go. Oh, don't.
Oh, what?
Let
Wait, how you doing it?
I'm
Mike,
trying to
we're
do
not
that.
doing this.
I'm
We're not doing
trying to
this.
do
I'm
that.
asking you. Hey, ow! Look!
Listen. Hey,
Look.
listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Ma'am, can you record this, please?
Listen to me.
Okay. Okay. That's it. Now can I get up?
I'm trying to grab your other hand. You're not letting us handcuff you.
Okay.
You need a hand.
Hush and let them help you.
You hurt me.
Hush.
No one's hurting you.
No one's
Listen,
come on.
you are.
You're
Give us
making
the other-
this
give
harder
us
on
the
you.
other hand.
You are.
Call another one.
What?
Call another unit.
Quiet, sweetheart.
72. If we can get another unit here, please.
Let go of your hand. I'm trying to cuff you like you said, right? You want me to cuff you, right?
Yes. I don't want him touching me. And I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding.
Grab that hand, man. Just grab that hand.
Mike, we're not going to be. We have to move her out of this crevice.
Right.
I'm bleeding.
It's not going to.
Okay, can I get up?
Get up.
Okay, listen, I'm finna get up. You ain't gotta pull
I'm
me.
helping you.
Okay, listen. Can I grab onto your
Grab
back?
onto me. It's fine.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Now turn over.
Now,
Face the vehicle.
Turn over.
Face the vehicle.
There you go. There you go.
That's-
Now this is all messed up. Hold on.
What am I being detained for?
Retail theft. I told you that already.
What the?
I gotta undo this, okay? So it doesn't hurt you, okay?
Well, you the one that put it on me like that.
Moving.
You acting like a idiot.
Stop.
Don't
like,
be
what
moving.
Be quiet
Don't
so
be
they
moving.
can help you.
Don't be moving.
If you
Do not
be
move.
quiet, then they're going to make this easy on you. If you don't be quiet, they're going to make it hard. Okay?
Ordinance violation and like the.
Okay.
North of the complainant.
Okay.
Wait, let me fix it. Sir.
Stop!
I got one she's bleeding. What the fuck am I
Stop!
gonna do?
Resisting!
Stop.
Do not. Stop!
Hey, you don't need your hand down there. Let me just put your pants on.
Thank you, man.
Just listen to the men.
Don't move because it's going to lock and it's going to be tightened, okay? Don't
Okay,
move.
so just be careful because you got the right underpants on to help
The
you.
1050 PD Fairfield.
Okay,
The
you're up.
northbound Fairfield.
Don't move,
Don't move, otherwise it's gonna hurt.
It's going to
Do
tighten.
not move.
Subaru and a gray Toyota.
It's going to tighten.
Okay, let them do what they got to do. Otherwise, it's going to hurt you worse. Okay, just relax, calm down. Take a deep
72
breath.
cover condition.
Cover can disregard. Did you say one in custody?
Can I?
Yes, sir.
Can y'all call
I called.
ambulance?
Did you hear me? I already called them, right?
Just relax.
I don't feel good.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
relax.
well, you're gonna.
Relax.
We're gonna have to take her back to the squad car.
Yeah, yours?
She can wait there, yeah.
We're going to go this way.
Go on, sit in the back seat and you'll be fine.
Can you hold me?
I got you, right?
Okay, thank you.
Right, you going with me, right?
Yes,
Sir?
yes,
Look at man. You going with me, right?
yes.
Okay.
Ow, 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 ow!
I'm not even moving
No,
my hand.
it's on my wrist right here. This. Can you put it down, son,
Unlock
please?
it, yeah. We're stepping them up.
Okay.
Unlock your car. We're over here. Open the door, man.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm trying
Get her in there.
I'm trying to help you. Wait, I gotta sit on some soft.
No, you're
No, we're
sitting
not
there.
doing that.
We're not doing
We're not
that.
doing that. I told you someone already tried doing that with me, so go
What?
ahead, sit down. Lay
Sit
down.
down.
If you
I
got it.
can't listen. That's right there. Why you being so? Why you acting like
hey,
that?
I
I didn't do
hey,
shit to you.
hey,
You
I-
don't even know me.
Hey, yeah, I don't have to know you.
Okay, don't
Get in
act
the
like that
vehicle.
to me.
Hey, if you gotta
I
lay
didn't
down.
do to you.
Hey, if you gotta lay down, go ahead. I don't want to, right? Look,
Where's the ambulance at?
we called them already. They weren't even ready to get here. All right? Sit. There they are. Hear 'em?
Thank you. I can't sit on my butt.
I'm saying if you gotta lay back,
I can't.
go ahead and do that.
I cannot sit.
But
now.
you drove here, you sat down.
Yes, not on nothing hard. It's hard as hell. That's soft.
Okay.
Do you got like something I can sit on? I can sit on the
don't.
edge like this, please.
We
I
don't.
can't. Let it go, please.
We don't got anything soft like that.
I've been corrupting.
Here, I'll go get them.
y'all this whole- Did you find me?
Yeah.
You got my state's attorney?
Yeah. Are you aware that you have a warrant out of Palatine
For what?
for theft?
Palatine?
Yeah. And what is this about regular juvenile murderer / violent offender against you?
When I was when I was little, I
Go ahead.
doing a lot of fighting, so they did that.
Okay. All right. No worries. No worries. But, Kahdijah, moving forward, I need you to be honest with me, okay?
Mhm.
Because now it's involving a lot more than just me, okay? Now it's involving a lot more than just the sheriff's office.
What is involving?
I'm just saying, because now you got a warrant and all these other things, so.
A warrant out of Palatine?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do I have a warrant?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I never been arrested in Palatine.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Hey, the plot kind of thickens. Turns out that was someone else. I have a Kahdijah in custody. Does that name ring a bell to you?
That does not ring a bell.
Okay, because she's wanted out of Palatine for retail theft.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she give you a false name?
Yep. She gave me Shekya earlier, and had like her like identifications to show it. So.
I told you me and my sister look just
And I
alike.
think that's the one that did my theft. Was she alone?
Yes. As far as I could tell, I couldn't find another person. But you got to understand, my partner got there before I did. So I was kind of scoping, waiting at the car, waiting for her to come out, and then he was like in the store.
Why did he stop them before they committed the theft?
Brother, that is something you and I will talk about some other time. But yeah, so because I was waiting for for them to come out of the store, like by the Acura, right? And next thing you know, I like pull up because I wasn't like directly there, and he's parked his car in front of the Acura, blocking it, and then he's inside the store, and I'm like, but it is what it is.
How did you find this different name?
She confessed to me after, I kind of, I told her, I'm like, do you really want to be here? Because, like, there's going to be a deputy here regardless.
Can I tell you something?
Just give me 1 second, ma'am.
My sister, she has already been arrested on them charges.
For Lululemon.
Yes, and they released her this happened like 2 weeks ago. That's
Who
why
released her?
Cook County. She's already been arrested on them.
Who is your sister?
Shekya.
Shekya. So Shekya is your sister.
Yes.
Could you tell me your name, ma'am?
Shekya. Shekya. That's why I'm telling you, like, she's already been arrested on them charges that y'all trying to say that I was in them stores.
All right.
I don't even know. How do I have a warrant if I never been arrested? That don't even make sense.
What do you mean?
Like, can y'all issue people warrants without them ever being arrested?
I mean, it's probably because they gave you a court date and you didn't go.
I never been arrested or talked to nobody in Palatine ever. This is the truth.
Looks like you've had a bunch of aliases, huh?
Mhm.
Did you ever go by Octavia?
Mhm.
You did?
Yep.
And you went by Kahdijah as well?
Kahdijah. That's how you pronounce my name, Kahdijah.
Oh, they didn't put a D in this other one. That's why.
All right, so that's an interesting view there of that incident. Let's review the law in Illinois and some federal concerns relevant to this case. First, we have resisting or obstructing a peace officer. This is found at 720 ILCS, and that stands for the Illinois Compiled Statutes. And this is found at 5/31-1. And it says, knowingly resisting or obstructing a peace officer who's in the performance of their duties. Now, this is a Class A misdemeanor, and it carries up to 1 year in jail and a fine of up to $2,500. If there's injury involved, it will upgrade to a felony, and that carries between 1 year and 3 years as a penalty. Next, we have attempted retail theft. This is found at 5/16-25. And it's an attempt to deprive a merchant of retail value through concealment or misrepresentation. Now remember, attempts usually reduce the charge by one class. That's how it works where I'm at in Arkansas, but it's also how it works there in Illinois, okay? So if it's under $300, it equals a Class A misdemeanor. If it's an attempt, then once again, we're gonna knock it down one class. Potentially it'll be a Class B misdemeanor. Now, Class A's are the ones that carried up to 1 year in jail. Let's see what Class B is. Up to 6 months in jail, probation of up to 2 years, fines can range between $75 and $1,500. All right, let's move on to our third charge, obstructing justice. This is found at 5/31-4. and that's to knowingly furnish false information to obstruct an investigation. This is a Class 4 felony, and it carries between 1 and 3 years in prison. Remember, when she first encountered the officer, she gave a name, Shekya, who she later claims to be her sister, and who she says was arrested in Cook County for theft. Let's move to number 4. Improper use of handicap parking. 625 ILCS 5/11-1301.3. This statute said that parking in a designated space without authorization is unlawful, basically. All right, so it had a penalty of a fine, $250, and possibly you could have to serve community service. Now, it does put the onus back on the various jurisdictions on whether they're going to tow or not. Usually, your vehicle will be towed if you're not there, so if you're away from the vehicle when the vehicle's found in the handicapped space, then it could be towed. Number 5, driving without a valid license. This is also in that 625 section of the compiled statutes, 5/6-101. And that's just simply, as it states in the title, operating a vehicle without a valid driver's license. She gave that little slip of paper that was a state ID. Now I'm guessing that it must have had the same name, the Shekya name on it. So I don't know if she had her sister's purse or they use each other's names as they go commit crimes. Who knows? All right, but this is a Class B misdemeanor, still carries at 6 months in jail, $1,500 fine. All right, let's move into this bit of federal law here. And it's something that could apply, something to keep in mind also. So we have some ADA considerations to think of during an arrest, and that's found at Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act. ADA protections during arrest, especially when a person may have a temporary or post-surgical condition. Under Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act, and that's the ADA, law enforcement agencies are required to make reasonable accommodations for individuals with disabilities, including during arrest, so long as these accommodations are safe and feasible. All right, we're going to come back to that. I want you to remember about her needing something soft in the back of the police car. All right, thanks to the ADA Amendments Act of 2008, both permanent and temporary disabilities can trigger legal protections. Temporary disabilities, I'm going to restate that, all right? Permanent disabilities, all right? These, we all know what these are. These are things like when a person's deaf, when a person's paralyzed, or when a person has some intellectual disabilities, or when a person has chronic mental health conditions. Now, the more temporary disabilities, now these are things we might not recognize all the time, where a person is recovering from certain surgeries like abdominal surgery, back surgery, where a person has various complications due to pregnancy, and any other disabilities if they substantially limit major life activities such as walking, sitting, or standing for any significant amount of time. And think about it, just because someone's going to heal in just a while, maybe a month or two, you still don't forget about the pain the person may be in at this point in time. Now let's talk a little bit closer about pregnancy. Now, pregnancy itself isn't a disability, but complications like preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, severe pelvic and back pain, all those might entitle someone to accommodations under the ADA, Title VII, or even your state's laws. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now notice she didn't go to DMV and get a red handicap mirror hanger or any other badge from DMV saying that she had a temporary disability. All right, let's talk about some of the thresholds here. Now, for the ADA protections to apply, officers must, 1, be aware or should reasonably become aware of a person's condition. All right, that might have been met here. Number 2, to act safely and feasibly within the scope of law enforcement. And number 3, to know that failure to accommodate could lead to a 1983 lawsuit or ADA liability. In this case, Kahdijah mentioned she recently had a medical procedure. That's what you can see when she's talking. It's muted. You're reading her lips. She's pointing to, her midsection, and that she has a difficulty of sitting down. Now, whether that constituted a temporary disability is up for debate. It does raise the question, though. Could officers have made a less painful accommodation during her arrest? Just something to think about. Next, let's review the 6 levels of evidence and how they apply here. First, we have mere suspicion. Now, this is just a gut feeling or a hunch that something's off, but it doesn't give the police a reason to stop anyone. Maybe to take a closer look, though. A good example here is the officer noticing a vehicle parked in a handicapped spot, but with no proper tag or rearview mirror hanger. Number 2, reasonable suspicion. This is when the police or the government have specific articulable facts that a crime may be occurring. A good example is the vehicle matches the description in a series of retail thefts. Number 3, probable cause. This is when the police have facts that will cause a reasonable person to believe a crime has been committed and the suspect is involved. Here we had an attempt to flee, refusal to provide valid ID, and linked to a warrant that's active in their system in Illinois. Number 4, preponderance of the evidence. This means that it's more likely than not that the claim is true. This requires a person to have at least 51% of the evidence in their favor. This is used mostly in civil cases. The best way to think of this is a simple balance beam. More weight is on one side, tipping the scales in that favor. A good example here is deciding whether Kahdijah or Shekya actually committed the theft. Moving on to number 5, clear and convincing evidence. This level is defined as when you have a high probability and a persuasive case. This is also used in civil matters mostly. It can come up in criminal cases when you're talking about whether a defense will be allowed or whether the prosecution can seek enhancements. It takes about 75% of the evidence being in the favor of the moving party to succeed. And once again, you see this standard being used mostly in civil cases, like when a person claims someone has defrauded you, or if you're in an administrative hearing dealing with employment. And it's also used in family law cases like child custody disputes. You could see it here if the store tried to sue Kahdijah, saying she attempted to commit some sort of fraud at their store. They would be able to prove their point by showing that she had another person's ID and that she attempted to purchase items as if she were that person that she was not intending to pay for. Say, for instance, a credit account or something of that nature. Finally, we have number 6, beyond a reasonable doubt. This is the highest standard that's used in criminal law. All right, this standard means that there is no other reasonable alternative than the guilt of the defendant for the charges brought. Here, a prosecutor will be required to meet each element of obstruction or resisting arrest beyond a reasonable doubt, and the jury must be firmly convinced that this woman committed those crimes. Let's go deeper. Kahdijah claims her sister Shekya, not her, is the one responsible for the Lululemon theft. She says they just look alike and people confuse them all the time. Picture this. The defense brings both sisters to court, dressed exactly the same. Same hair, same outfit, same mannerisms. Kahdijah sits beside her attorney. Shekya sits in the front row facing the jury. That's not confusion, it's a calculated strategy. And it raises the question, can you, the jury, say for sure which one did it? Imagine the state's key witness hesitates. Maybe they point to the wrong sister. Now, as the jury, you ask yourself, would I bet a person's freedom on simple facial resemblance? Could I say beyond a reasonable doubt that Kahdijah was the one? If the answer is no, that doubt might be reasonable. Let me know about this point in the comments below. Mistaken identity or manipulation. Guilty or not guilty? Now, you may recall that the one officer said, we already know who you are. Now, that wasn't based on some fingerprint scan. That was intuition. It was a feeling in his gut saying, hey, I've recognized this person, or the way they talk, or based on some pattern, And yes, intuition is useful, but it has to be backed by some evidence. Because look at this situation here. If these two women actually are sisters or even twins, could it be a wrong call? Have you ever made the wrong call because you went with your gut too fast? And can we allow our instincts to override the rights of others when our adrenaline is just too high? Here, in this case, with this woman, Kahdijah, was it instinct or was it the officer's assumption? This case brings together 5 state charges and an outstanding warrant, a medical claim, and a twin look-alike defense that could potentially challenge a jury's perception. Whether Kahdijah was deceptive or just mistaken for her sister Shekya, all that ultimately depends on the facts and how well the defense tells the story. Our takeaway as students of the law, the ADA protections don't disappear during arrest, but they have to be feasible. So we ask once again, is it feasible to ask for something soft to sit on in the back of a police cruiser? Also, temporary disability can carry real legal weight. Finally, in court, doubt, even when dressed in the same outfit, can be powerful. Now let's join the conversation. Should the officers have done more to accommodate Kahdijah? Would the twin strategy work on you? And what's your verdict? Remember to like the video if it made you think. Please share and subscribe. And remember, this is Advocacy Alchemy, and I am Professor Ross. I'll see you tomorrow. Everyone have a good day and stay safe.